As they say, success leaves clues. And in the online world, you got some pretty big shoulders to stand on to bypass some of the trial and error of growing your business. So why reinvent the wheel when you can learn from other people's successes, right? That's why in this video, you'll discover 3 of the best books that break down successful business models, so you don't have to try to Google or ChatGPT your way to a long-lasting business or rely on sheer luck. In case you're tuning into my channel for the first time, hi there. I'm Marisa Murgatroyd, and I've coached and supported tens of thousands of entrepreneurs, from side hustlers to 7-figure empires, on how to grow your online business, and I'm here to help you succeed too. That's why in this video, I'm diving into 3 books that give you an inside look into how businesses thrive. I'm talking frameworks, strategies, principles, and a whole lot more. Make sure you watch until the end for something super exciting that will take your business into the stratosphere. So go ahead, smash that subscribe button because I got a lot more videos like this one coming up. Up first, let's examine this guy, The Business Model Generation by Alexander Osterwalder and Yves Pigneur. The key focus of this book is the idea that if you don't have a viable business model, it doesn't matter how good your idea is. Yup, this 1000%. The Business Model Generation, co-created by 470 strategy practitioners from 45 countries, dives deep into how to transform your business architecture so you can grow with ease instead of trying to swim against the current. Simply put, your business architecture is like a blueprint that shows how all the key pieces of your business, your products, your services, your customers, your employees, your processes, and your technology work harmoniously together to reach your goals. Without this blueprint, your teams will work in silos and you'll spend far too much time and effort reinventing the wheel over and over and over again, never able to really gain any real momentum. Here at my company, Live Your Message, each team member is responsible for creating SOPs, standard operating procedure documents that detail the step-by-step processes they're responsible for. These act as checklists or playbooks that anyone can follow to complete a certain project or task. For instance, we have an opt-in page checklist and a sales page checklist to follow when creating pages for our various offers. We even have a video shoot prep SOP, so we can get the most out of filming days like today, and entire launch playbooks. This way, if a team member wins the lottery and decides to travel the world the next day, our business won't suffer. It's also super beneficial to document the exact processes that have been proven to work, so you're not continuing to try to reinvent the wheel. This is especially critical for your busiest times, when you don't have the time to search around, trying to find what you need. Inside the Business Model Generation, you'll also get the Business Model Canvas, a 1-page strategy template that lets you visualize your business in a clear, concise way. Much like your favorite teacher gave you a handy fill-in-the-blank guide or diagram to clarify key teaching points, the authors of the Business Model Generation are doing the same for your business. You'll gain an understanding of the 9 key building blocks that shape your business model. I'm talking about your customer segments, value propositions, channels, revenue streams, customer relationships, key activities, key resources, key partners, and cost structure. You'll also see how successful companies like Apple, IKEA, and Lego have innovated their strategies to stay relevant and competitive. Here's the thing, the business world is constantly changing, and with AI, the speed of change will only quicken. If you want to stay current, pick this one up. Next up, we have The 4 Steps to the Epiphany by Steve Blank. Blank breaks down the lean startup approach in a way that's super practical, focusing on customer development. What exactly is customer development? It's a model that highlights how essential it is to get feedback directly from your target audience before scaling up your business. This way, you're not blindly building something no one wants or something that may make you money in the short term, but won't last. Take my coaching client, Angela Kilburn of ANG Coaching LLC. Angela's part of Momentum, my year-long business coaching program. Fortunately, in Momentum, Angela realized that she was barking up the wrong tree before going down the wrong path, saving tons of time and effort while avoiding a lot of headaches and heartaches along the way. Angela's background is in money and finance, and she saw so many emerging adults who had no clue about personal finances. They were coming out of college with no savings, no investments, no emergency funds, absolutely zero safety net. She decided to work with them, but after some initial surveying and conversations and discussions with her coach, she realized that the parents needed to be involved. Because nowadays, a lot of parents are supporting their children for longer, even after college. Through the trainings and coaching, in Momentum, and by testing her idea via surveys in Facebook groups, she discovered 3 critical issues with this plan. First, she was trying to appeal to both emerging adults and their parents, so her messaging was muddled. Second, the majority of people responding to her surveys in a positive way were not her main target audience. And third, the parents who did respond who were in her target audience, well, after having conversations with them, she realized they would need a lot of convincing too, as they blamed outside sources like the government, inflation, and housing costs for their kids not being able to support themselves. So it wasn't their issue or their kids' issue. Because of that, they didn't see the true benefit of Angela's program teaching their just out of college kids financial independence. So before she made it too far in creating her financial freedom blueprint, she knew she had some more groundwork to do. She made the decision to pivot to an audience she could 100% relate to and has lived herself. Single moms whose kids are moving out and have realized, you know what? I put every dime into my kid. I don't have savings or retirement, and the bills are piling up. While this discovery journey hurt a little bit, it was so much easier than creating her entire program only to realize later that her target audience wasn't even aware that this was an issue that needed her solution. Here's the thing. Successful small businesses are the ones that are agile. They adapt quickly. They're willing to abandon what's clearly not working and learn from their customers while iterating their way to awesome. Whether you're embarking on a brand new venture or innovating your business, this book is your go-to guide for avoiding the typical pitfalls that derail so many online businesses as they grow and scale. Ready for the last book? It's Blue Ocean Strategy by W. Chan Kim and Renée Mauborgne. This one completely flips the competition game on its head. How? Instead of focusing on battling in oversaturated waters, it explores how businesses like yours and mine can achieve success by creating a new market space, or blue ocean, that makes competition irrelevant. The main idea here is that the only way to beat the competition is to stop trying to beat the competition. So instead of being another shark in a crowded feeding frenzy, you'll create new market spaces by leveraging frameworks like the 4 Actions Framework. Let's take a quick look at the 4 Actions Framework, shall we? The 4 Actions Framework is a simple way to rethink your product or service so you can break out of traditional competition. It consists of 4 key questions. Question number 1, what factors or features in your industry can you get rid of? These are often things that no longer add value but are kept because it's always been done this way. Question number 2, which factors can be reduced well below the industry standard? This is where you identify where you're over-delivering to customers in a way that's not necessary or not appreciated. You might be thinking, Marisa, shouldn't we under-promise and over-deliver? Yes, but only if what you're delivering actually helps your students, clients, or customers. I see far too many entrepreneurs try to beef up their offers with extra value that's actually irrelevant to their audience. When you do this, you end up pulling attention away from what your audience should be focusing on to grow their business. This leads me to question number 3. Which factors should be raised well above the industry standard? This is where you get to find ways to over-deliver in areas that customers really value but aren't getting from your competitors, because your competitors are too busy focusing on promoting shiny objects or trends that won't last. And finally, question number 4 is, what new factors or features can you introduce that your industry hasn't offered before? And not long ago, I noticed that so many of my students were struggling with one thing: marketing. They felt overwhelmed with all the various tools, strategies, tactics, and especially technology out there that they were paralyzed to move forward. This was at the same time that AI was the talk of the online town. in particular, content creation prompts. You may have seen the ads everywhere on Facebook and Instagram. Suddenly, it struck me. Let's create an AI-powered tool that helps our students overcome stuck spots and fast-track their success while addressing a big gap in the market. You see, experts in our industry were so focused on using AI for creating content that they were neglecting other avenues for student success. And Ansley.ai was born. Ansley is our proprietary AI platform that acts as a kind of marketing assistant for our students to implement everything they were learning with us. And who couldn't use a marketing assistant, right? We've created dozens of integrated AI generators to help our students define their niche, generate their profitable product ideas, come up with winning offers, design marketing campaigns, and so much more. Ansley has been way more impactful for our students than simple content creation prompts. Ask yourself, what new factors or features can you introduce that your industry hasn't offered before? This is a great way to set yourself apart from the competition. There you have it. 3 of the best books that break down successful business models. The Business Model Generation, The 4 Steps to Epiphany, and Blue Ocean Strategy. I've actually got a list of over 20 awesome books that break down successful business models. So if you want me to turn this into a series, drop me a yes in the comments below. And while you're there, go ahead and let me know which of the 3 books that I just shared with you you're going to read first. But before you go, earlier I promised you something that you can't miss if you want to take your business into the stratosphere. I'm talking about my year-long business coaching program, Momentum. Here's the thing. Usually when it comes to the support that you need to take your business to the next level, you're forced to choose between private coaching, a small group mastermind, and online events and workshops. And while each of these things is awesome, they're not enough to guarantee the business results you're after on their own. Because with private coaching, you're missing that perspective that comes from community. And with small group masterminds, you're lacking the depth and accountability of having that private coach. And with live events and workshops, you get all pumped up, but then the excitement fades and you fall back into procrastination and overwhelm. That's why I've created one cohesive program that gives you all 3. I like to call it a best of all worlds program because you get that private concierge business coaching, small group masterminds, and live trainings and quarterly events. So all 3 in one value-packed program. And it comes with all the Ansley.ai generators I talked about earlier. So if your ears are perked up, and you're excited to learn more about how me and my team can support you in realizing your biggest business goals this year, check out the link below to schedule a no-pressure call with a program specialist. So schedule that call, and I hope to see you inside Momentum. Now go out there and live your message. Oh, and don't forget to drop me a comment with the book that you're going to read first. And if you like this video, be sure to subscribe and share because there's so much more to come.